So very good afternoon, one and all. So today we are going to see the next topic of structure analysis part 2, that is fixed end moments. So basically it's a very mandatory part to understand what does fixed end moment means, because without knowing the fixed end moments and how to calculate their values, it's uh, very important. Actually, we need to find it all the fixed end moments in each and every case, because we are in questions we required its value. Like in slope deflection equation, we required fixed end moment value, and for each and every case further, whatever the methods we are going to choose, we need to use or calculate those values. So before going or move further for the slope and deflection method, wait a minute. So we are talking about fixed end moment. So it's a very important part to be find out here, because its value is required for each and every methods we are going to adopt for further calculation of unknown forces in indeterminate structure, whether it is frame or beam, whatever. So first of all, we have to should have some idea about what does fixed end moments. It's a fixed end moments means ends of a beam which are fixed and they will have some moments. So that value we need to find, means that value, if we are able to find it, so we basically we are doing we are making that problem to be determinate kind of thing. So if you have a fixed end beam, if I am able to calculate the fixed end moments, what I am doing, I know the values that is acting of that moments to that is actually making our structure to be indeterminate in that case. So if you go to that, in that case I can calculate those values by using some relation that we are going to discuss in this particular lesson, and then we'll find all the values which we required. Ultimately in the problem, actually the methods we need to adopt here, like slope and deflection and other further methods, moment distribution method, Carney's method, force method, all that method, we require these values. So where we are not going to solve all that stuff, but we need to keep all the formulas or all the values of fixed and moments, that we need to know. Many time you are not supposed to get direct value, in that case you need to calculate them. So otherwise most probably you will find direct problem, like they have a uniformity kind of loading, but in case maybe there is a chances question may ask related to without any uniform or symmetric loading. In that case you have to find those. So let's see one by one each and every case for different kind of loading in a fixed beam, so how to find those values. So let's see. So let me put into the detailment. So first case which I'm going to take here, that is a fixed end beam which you can see here, and having a point load which is exactly acting at the center of the beam, and obviously it's going to split beam the length into the two parts, is L by 2 and other is also L by 2. In that case we need to find here, basically after separating out, you have to convert this beam. If you see in these two diagram, I just going to in detailed manner here. So in this diagram, if you see, it's a fixed beam which is in itself is a indeterminate beam. What I just did here, I split that beam. And if you find these this is a roller, or this is a simply supported beam, and this is again a simply supported beam which having a rotation on this case, and we have a unit load. If you merge them, if you combine them, what you will find, you will find same thing which we have in this beam. Yes or no? Yes, it will be. But basically what I'm doing here, I split this beam, make this beam to be a two beams. One is fixed, sorry, both are simply supported, one having a point load, other having external moments or at the sports. So basically that replicate the same thing which we have. If you superimpose that, you will get the same structure or same thing which is these sports have. So basically we have a vertical reactions and moment only, because there is no journal loading. Here is a transverse loading, so there the horizontal we are not going to consider here. So vertical will be here, and the rotation we apply to be generally this beam is split into two portions, that is two simply supported beam. In one case I just consider this unit P load which is applied here. Other is a simply supported beam, I just represent the bending moment. These two, if we superimpose, they will same replicate as this beam has. That is the funda. Fine, this is the superposition things that we need to see here. So if you see in this particular case, actually in the beam, this fixed beam, we do not have any rotation at A and at B. Yes or no? Yes, it is. There is no slope at point, spot point, means spot point A, and if this is the spot point B, because fixed spot is not allowing to rotate. So rotation will not take place, or you can say slope will not take place in that case. So according to that fundamental, if you see in this simply spotted beam, by taking this point load here, so there is a deflected shape like this. Due to this point load is going to deflect like those, everybody can visualize that thing. And there is a slope, that is theta a will be there and theta b will be there, and their value equal, their value will be equal because loading is symmetric. So that's why theta a coming out to be theta b. Loading and geometry both are the symmetric. In that case we are getting theta a equal to theta b. Similar case if you find here also, but their rotation or their value means one is rotating in clockwise, other is in anti-clockwise, so their direction is changed but magnitude remains same. Here also their direction remain, magnitude remains same, but you can say direction is changing, means one is in anti-clockwise, other is in clockwise direction. So again there is a slope, theta will be there, theta a and theta b, their value again remains same. So what I am going to use here, if you see, or maybe you remember that we have studied about moment area theorem or moment area method to find out the slope and deflection for a simply spotted beam, and or basically I can say for determinate beams, fine. And now initially it was a indeterminate beam, and these are the two determinate beam, but they, if we superimpose those both the beams, we will find this beam same, because vertical reaction are provided and rotation is also provided. So this is the fundamental, the spot will give us the same thing I just doing here. So basically by using moment area theorem, what was the moment area theorem said to us? There were two theorems. One was for deflection, other was for slope. So first theorem of slope was saying us the change of slope between 2 points will be equal to the area of m over EI diagram between those 2 points. That was the statement of moment area theorem. So according to that, if you use that, I am going to draw the bending, or basically first draw the bending moment diagram, divide by EI, that consider to be m over EI diagram. That thing you know, everybody know about that. So basically if you draw the bending moment diagram for this beam, it's a simply spotted beam and there is a point load acting, it will be a triangular kind of load. Yes or no? It will be a triangle diagram, and its magnitude coming out to be, that will be WL by 4EI. Do not ask why, how this value coming. It's a very basic fundamental that we have seen in strength of material. I hope so everybody know that. If you are not know that, let me put this is also, I'm going to explain why this is value coming. Many of the people know, but some of maybe not aware about how this value coming. Basically what we have to do here, just first of all calculate the reaction, that will be half of the p, that is p by 2, or you can consider WL, whatever. It's a W or P are the same thing, just I write here W. So p by 2 and p by 2, take the moment about this, that will be p by 2 into L by 2, so that will be coming out to be PL by 4 EI. So 4, so divide by EI, that considered to be m over EI diagram, considered to be positive diagram. So this is basically sagging we are considered positive, hogging we are considered negative. Same thing for this case also. In this case, if you see, if you draw the bending moment diagram, magnitude of moments are same. So means the diagram remain linear, but one will be upside, other will continuously till this point, and then you have to draw like this. So this is the basic fundamental to draw the bending. Now you have to, either you need to superimpose these or you need to superimpose these. So ultimately we need to do that. So this is the M over EI diagram. So now we know the slope between A and B, slope between, change of slope between point A to B will be equal to the area of M over EI diagram between those 2 points. That was the statement. Using that, let's try to solve it. So slope between B to A, basically change of slope between B to A, which is equal to area of M over EI diagram between those 2 points A and B. So if you see one direction we need to verify here, one is in this direction, other is in opposite direction. So we are neglecting theta b minus theta minus of theta a. So one is positive, other will be negative. So according to their rotation, we need to put the sign convention. Either one of the same thing, you can consider one positive, that is anti-clockwise, or you can consider clockwise to be positive as well. So depending upon that, one will be negative, other will automatically coming out to be positive. So their difference will be obviously theta b and theta a are same, so just I'm taking them theta equal to thetas only. So theta minus of theta, because one I'm just taking anti-clockwise positive and clockwise negative. So minus of minus means it's a clockwise direction theta. So equal to the area of the M over EI diagram. Area of M over EI diagram. This is a M over EI diagram. What will be the area? Half height into base. So half WL into 4 divided by 4EI into L. So that will be the area of the triangle. So L by 2 into half, sorry, it's a 1, it should be a 1, not L by 2, it's a 1 by 2 into PL by 4EI into L. So 2 theta is equal to PL square by 8EI. After solving it, you will get theta is equal to PL square by 16EI. You might know this value because we already seen these values. So if you know these values, then do not go with this method. This is a method if you forget the values of slope in the point of simply supported beam with the different loading that we have seen. So once you able to solve by using this method, that's very good. It's a method of conventional way to solve it, because many times people forgot there are lots of formula, you might get skip something, but even then people those who are not able to remind each and every step, then you go for this method to get the value of slope. So same for the second diagram from the bending M over EI diagram is in the case of this. So area will be directly, it's a rectangle. So that will be base into height only. So that will be 2 theta is equal to M over EI into L. The area of M over EI diagram between the points of A and B, so that coming out to be 2 theta, this is equal to M over EI into L. So theta coming out to be ML over EI. So it's a theta we calculated. Now the major part is coming. If you see in actual beam, this is the actual beam for which we need to find out the end moments, fixed end moments, the moments which is provided by the support, that are the moments we need to find. So actually there is no slope is taken place in the beam. Yes or no? Yes. It means the sum of the moments, sum of these theta, that should be equal to 0. Yes or no? Yes. It means I can say the M over EI diagram, area of this diagram will be equal to area of this. Yes or no? Yes, it will be there. So putting the equal to this means we can say because there is no slope, for no slope, it means theta, that is a theta is basically that without dash is replicating the theta of this one. This is the theta and this is the theta dash here. So that should be equal, or you can say minus, that should be equal to 0. So ultimately it's coming out to be equal. If you put theta minus theta dash, so that will equal to 0, or otherwise you can take it this side also. So that is considered to be equal. So by putting so, you will get PL square by 16 EI equal to ML by 2 EI. Cancel them out, those the things which we cancelled. So ultimately we getting the value of fixed end moment, that is M is equal to PL by 8. That's it. That's all about the fixed end moment for the case of point load at the center of a fixed beam. So I'm giving a homework for this problem. Same fixed beam with having a UDL over the beam. Procedure remains same. Yes, one thing I want to put one thing here, that is a very simple procedure to calculate the slope in this slope and fixed end moment. Basically, if you remember the values, these are the values that we have calculated in SA1. If you remember all the things, these are the things that slope we already calculated in the case of simply supported beam having a centric load at the center, which having a magnitude of P. In that case, we already calculated the slope, which is the value coming out to be PL square by 16 EI was the value. And we also know that if the moment are acting on the end points, in that case, moment the value of theta is coming out to be ml by 2a. In that case, do not do all the work that we just did in this particular problem. This is a way to understand basically. That's why I just bring it. Otherwise, you can directly equate them and you will get the value of moment that we required in the case of fixed beam, which having a center load at midpoint. In that case, value is coming m is equal to PL by 8. So in that case, after knowing the values, if you remember all the concepts that we have seen in the last semester subject of SA1, in that case, you directly put the values, equate them, and you directly get the value. Many times, question might be is not asked the same as we ask. This is the simplest form actually. So just to go with the flow or just go with the basic fundamental, that's why I just bring this one, and then we have a different categories also. So in the second case, which I just discussed with you, which we are going to discuss with you, that is a UDL load all over the beam span, which is having a fixed end. You need to find its fixed end moment. The procedure remains same. If you know the slopes, in that case, this slope value remains same, but only this value is going to be changed because loading is changing. It's not a point load. Now it's to be UDL loading. In that case, you have to use that slope and equate them. You would directly get the value of n. Otherwise, go with the flow, means the procedure that we have seen. You just first of all split this, draw the bending moment diagram, m over e diagram. In UDL, how it will be looking like? It will be parabola. So parabola area is equal to this area, and ultimately you will get the value of this theta and equate them to the other theta, and ultimately you are reaching to the point this. I hope everybody can solve this, and if you are not supposed to calculate, please let me know. I will solve it for you and share with you. So it's a very simple, same procedure remains, each and everything will remain same. Just take a UDL instead of point load. That's it. So I'm taking a further a typical case, which is actually it's a very important part. Again, we need to understand here. Otherwise, in the methods, we do not require these calculation. We just need to remember the values that we are getting ultimately after calculation, all the stuff in this case. Fine. So next case is a fixed moment for a carrying a centric load. Now we do not have a centric load, means it's a load is not acting at the center, it's away from the center. In that case, how you will find the fixed moments? What is the formula and what is the approach we need to adopt in this particular problem to solve it? So first of all, there is a length which is mentioned here, that is this segment A to C is the length having A, and C to B length having segment B, and load is W. And directly I'm mentioning here, it's a bending moment diagram, which you can see in the diagram B point. If you draw the bending moment diagram of this beam, I just superimpose them. There are two diagrams you can see. In the last image, if you find here, let me go back side. These are the different two diagrams. You need to superimpose. You have to pick this and put over it. So directly what you will see, there is a triangle and one rectangle up this side, and it will be passing from the between the triangle and then come to down. So you can superimpose these two diagram also. So that is a complete bending moment diagram. It's not a complete diagram for this case. Either first you need to make these diagrams and then you have to merge them. You have to superimpose each and every both these diagrams. So here I just superimpose them. You can see like this. First of all, make the simply spotted beam which having a point load, which is a centric itself, and then draw the bending moment diagram of a simply spotted beam which having a centric load. That will be triangular. You can see under the load, their value will be there. So this value, we know how this value coming, that is WAB by L. If anybody do not know, please go through the basic fundamental of strength of material. You might get the idea about this, from where this value coming. Same procedure, calculate the reaction, take the moment about C, and you will be at this point. So one reaction will be at this reaction will be WB by L. This reaction will be WA by L. Once you take the moment about C point, that will be WB L into A, to that moment coming out to be C point, that will be WAB by L. So this is the magnitude of this triangle, which is in case of simply spotted beam. So this is the value. And for bending moment, if you see in this diagram, load is not eccentric. In that case, you can say the moments, which is bending moment diagram that we shown the due to the moments in the case of simply spotted. The under diagram, this is the diagram. Here we have a centric load, so that's why this diagram is just a rectangle. But it's a, if it is a centric load, in that case at B point the value of this moment will be more compared to this one, so there will be a change of shape of the diagram that will be look like as a trapezium. So that's why it's a, you can find it, this is the value of MA and this is the value of MB. MB is coming out to be more because load is nearby the spot B, that's why its value is MB is little higher compared to the MA. So this is the complete diagram, and then you have to superimpose and then put over one to the other, and that's how you have to draw the diagram. Now the things we have to find, let to go there. So moreover, mu diagram, mu dash diagram, or you can say theta diagram, that's a case of simply spotted beam. The first diagram which I'm just considering, simply spotted beam having a W load. It's a not a moment value diagram, it's a simply spotted beam diagram which having a W load which is mentioned as a mu. Do not get confused with any other thing. Mu diagram will be trapezium as shown. We know that the mu dash is the trapezium one, mu is the diagram which shows the triangular shape. So one is mu diagram, other is mu dash diagram. Mu dash diagram is the moment diagram, the end moments which we shown in the simply spotted beam. Their diagram is looking like a trapezium, and the mu diagram, which is a simply spotted diagram, in case of point load acting eccentric, that will be triangle, and its ordinate, which is the maximum value, highest value of that load is WAB by L, as we have seen in the last diagram. So similar wise, we need to equate all the areas, means their summation should be equal to 0 to maintain the equilibrium conditions over there. So in that case, one I can say will be positive, other will be other side coming out to be negative. In that case, area of trapezium is nothing but one side plus the other side divided by into L divided by 2. That is a formula of area of trapezium you need to use. And the area of triangle is nothing but half B into H. So B half into L, I mean, so L by 2 into the height, that is minus WAB by L. The value minus positive is nothing, hardly matter. You can consider one is positive, other is negative, but make sure do not take a same sign. One by automatically coming to be negative. In that case, you has to be precise about that. So any of the sign notation you can consider and take according to that. It's a not mandatory ki I am taking a positive one to hugging or sagging. According to you, you also go for a different sign convention, but make sure hugging should be a negative, or either it's positive, or other will automatically coming out to be negative. So after solving it, what you will get, these two will be cancelled out. Then we have L also going to be cancelled, and remaining with MA plus MB is equal to minus WAB by L. This is the coming out to be question number 1. So up to this point, I hope everybody know what we need just did. After doing so, what I need to do, I have to take the moments about any of the points to solve that problem. It's a bit difficult problem, kind of. We have to go with the procedure that we require to follow here. So a moment of mu diagram area means a diagram, moments of mu diagram area about A point I'm taking. Mu diagram means diagram which is in triangle shape. I'm taking a moment about this point and try to analyze this. So just to take the moment about A of this diagram, what I have to do, let's see this. So what will be the area? First of all, if you see that diagram, there are two right angle triangles. One, if you split 1 and 2 triangles, there is a complete triangle which having the highest magnitude of WAB by L, that is the height. If you split them, you will find there are two right angle triangles. Means right angle triangles. Which are the right angle triangles? These are the, if you draw one line, this is the right angle and this one is the right angle. So if you take their area, that will be nothing but about A point, you need to take the moment. So first of all, calculate the area, put at the centroid, and then multiply the perpendicular distance. That is the way to do that. Yes. So WAB by L is the height into the length. Length is A of that left portion divided by 2. This is the area. Now where it will act? It will act at the centroid of that area of A portion. Let me show here. This is the diagram. I am taking the moment about A point, convert the area, place the area to the centroid, and multiply the distance remaining to the point A. So what I just did, WAB by L into L by A by 2 into A by 2 means half base, base into height. So half base is 2, A by 2 into WAB by L is the area. Now it will act at the centroid, and remaining distance is 2 by 3 of length. 2 by 3 of means 2A by 3. So 2A by 3. This is the 2A by 3. Plus the remaining area. Remaining area, this area. We have to find it. Let me put it into other way. So half WAB by L into B. Where it will act? It will act at the centroid. So now this distance from the C, it will be B by 3 plus A. So that is a total distance about A point. So WAB by L into B by 2, this is the area. It will act at the centroid. The remaining distance after acting the centroid, that will be B by 3, because this is the B by 3. This distance, this is the portion where it will act. It's going to be act here somewhere. So that distance is B by 3, but I am taking moment about this, so need to multiply by total distance. So total is A plus B by 3. A plus B by 3. A plus B by 3. Yeah. Now after solving it, you will get WAB by 6 L 2A square plus AB by 2L AB plus B square. Just a simplification it. Just you will see this, multiply inside, and you will get AB plus B square by 3. So this is the equation number 2. Similar wise, we need to do the calculation moment about A point for the mu dash diagram, means for bending moment and moments diagram. So that will be nothing but, again we have to split into the two triangles. This is the trapezium. If you draw a line from this is a one triangle. As you can see, this is a one triangle, the dotted line and this area, and other line is this one and this dashed line. Yes or no? We divide the trapezium into two triangles. So let me calculate their area. So MA is a height into L by 2, means half base into height, into where it will act. Where it will act? It will act at the centroid. So this is the one triangle. Triangle number A. You can take this point, any point, means DAO. If you are taking this point A, OAB. This is a one triangle. If you calculate its area, that is MA into L by 2 into what is the distance where it will act? At the centroid, and remaining distance is L by 3. Yes or no? Yes, it will be L by 3. It will be L by 3 plus the other triangle. Other triangle means the upper triangle. This is the upper triangle up to the dashed line. So that will be MB into L by 2. Where it will act? It will act at the centroid, and remaining distance is, what is the distance remaining? That is 2 by 3 of L by 2 by 3 of L. So 2 by 2 L by 3. This is the distance. After solving, this is the value coming. This is the equation number 3. Now you have to equate both of the moments. So this is the one A moment equation, other is the this moment equation. So let me. So what we have to do here, just we have to equate the equation we just get after getting the moment about point A of the sport. This is the moment that we moment of that area, basically MA plus 2 MB is equal to L square by 6. That is the value that we get in the previous slide. I just go to that point. This is the value that we had. We have to equate equation number 2 and equation number 3. These are the two areas we need to do. Means basically summation of forces equal to summation of those moment of areas is equal to 0. That is the equilibrium equation. I just try to maintain those. So just take that side equating them. That's the way. So this is the second value that we just calculated, that is WAB by 6L into 2A square plus WAB by 2L AB plus B square by 3. This is the equations we have got just after solving the areas of movement. Now just simplify this, because this is already simplified, so no need to do that. So just we are trying to simplify it to get a simple state value, so we can divide and multiply all the stuff that we required. So WAB by 6L into 2A square. Just take the LCM of this portion first. So WAB by 2L, 3AB plus B square by 3. It's a simple mathematics here. So WAB by 6L, 2L square. Now take this 3 out, and that will be WL by 6L, 3AB plus B square. and again take the LCM, means common out one, minus WAB by 6L, 2A square plus 3AB plus B square, minus WAB by 6L, take A square we can write as, because A is nothing but L minus B only. So A plus B is L, so A is equal to nothing but L minus B. So just take L minus B square here. 3 A again we can write is L minus B, so L minus B into B plus B square, just I did that. And minus WAB by 6, take 2, L minus B means A minus B to whole square is nothing but L square plus B square minus 2AB plus 3 LB, multiply inside LB minus B square plus B square. This is the value we are getting after solving this. Then move further. Maybe some value will cancel out, minus WAB by 6L, then 2L square. This is the 2L square, inside multiple 2L square plus 2B square minus 4LB plus 3LB minus 3B square plus B square. This is the value we just simplified that. So WL square plus 2B square minus 4LB plus 3LB minus 3B square plus B square. So it's a minus 3B square plus B square and 2B square. 2B square plus B square is a 3B square minus 3B square, both will be cancelled out. Minus 4LB plus 3LB, so minus 4LB minus plus 3LB means a minus LB only. So minus WAB by 6L, 2L square minus LB. Again minus WAB by 6, again that will be 1 will be, say L will be cancelled out, so 2LB, L minus B only. Minus WAB 6, 2, again L can write as A plus B minus B, minus WAB by 6, 2A plus 2B minus B, so 2A plus B, 2B minus B, that will be plus B only. Now we have a single digit values and equate them, you will cancel out. This is the fourth equation we are getting, MA plus 2MB is equal to minus AB 2A plus B by L square. Now fourth equation, subtract the values of equation 1 from equation 4, just for simplification again. You have to do that, and MB will coming out to be, after deducting all the stuff, minus it, and this will be cancelled out. That will be MB is remaining with us, minus WAB A 2A plus B L square. Equation number 1 was, what was the equation number 1? This is the area basically of two diagram, and fourth equation is the moment of that. We are getting that value from there to simplify. So minus WAB 2AB plus BL square plus minus again minus plus, so WAB simplified it. Ultimately you are reaching to the point that is required. Its value MB coming out to be minus WA square B by L square, and MA will coming out to be WAB square by L square. This is the fixed end moment that we require. MA will coming out to be, this is the MA is minus WAB square by L square. So these are the values that we required. One is WAB square by L square, other is means MB will coming out to be WA square B by L square. So this is that complete question or complete required data in this particular. You can ask now. So now I'm moving further here. So let's see. Now I have a different problem to solve it. Till now we have a different cases to solve. Let me put a one question which is we require to solve. It's a different kind of problem. In that case, how to solve this for calculation of friction moments for spot reaction and spot reaction. So it's a question which is mentioned here. It's a fixed beam AB of span 6 meter is carrying a uniformly distributed load of 4 kilonewton per meter over the left half of the portion. It's a not come over the complete span. It's a left half of the portion, means a 6 meter span. This UDL is acting over a 3 meter span only. Find the fixing moment and spot reaction. These are the things that we need to find out in this program. So span length is mentioned to us, that is 6 meter. UDL is also given, which is the loaded over the left half portion, which is having a length of 3 meter. So we need to find MA and MB in the case of point at A and point at B at the fixed point. So again, simple thing we need to find. First of all, we need to find the reactions. So obviously, for making the simply spotted beam, first consider this UDL, other is with the moments. So moment again is not going to be same in this case also, because the loading is uniformly, or you can say not symmetrical, because only load is acting on the half of the portion of the beam. It's a not of over the entire beam. So in that case, MA will coming out to be more compared to the MB. So again, this diagram will be a trapezium for the bending MA and MB value. But for this portion, in the simply supported beam, you have to split this fixed beam into two beams. One is a beam which having this real load having acting, other is a moment acting. So in that case, due to this parabola, there will be a diagram. Is due to the UDL, we have a diagram of bending moment that is parabola. Afterwards, we have a straight line. So that is a diagram that need to be drawn, right? So RB, we first of all we need to find the reaction. So that is RB into 6 means that reaction at RB into the length we required is equal to 4. That is a 4 into 3. Convert into the point load into it will act at the centroid. It will act at the centroid. In that case, that distance coming out to be 1.5. Total length will be total value of coming out, that is 18. RB will be 18 by 6. So 3 kilonewton value will come out to be RB, that is 3. Total load is 4 into 3, 12. 12 minus 3, that will be 9 kilonewton. Now we have RA and RB both the values. So here is a different problem. So let's go to the further. After getting RA and RB all stuff. So again, we have to draw the mu and mu dash diagram, calculate their areas, calculate their moments, and equate them. That's the way we need to proceed here. As we know that mu diagram will be parabolic from which section, where we have a UDL, that is A to C, and triangular portion between C to B, as shown in the figure that I just in the previous slide we have seen. The bending moment at C, treating beam as simply supported. The bending moment we are going to calculate at point C, consider to be a beam as a simply supported, which is nothing from either of the side you can calculate. Always go with the simpler side. So here we have a loading. You can go with the this side. We know the value of RB here. RB into X only means RB into distance that where we need to take the moment. That is the point C. 3 into 3, that is 9. 3 into 3, 9 kilonewton meter. This is the moment which is coming out to be point C. You can take from this side also. The remain value will coming out to be same. Let me put that also. 9 into 3, that is 27, minus 4 into 3 into 1.5. You will get again the 9 value. 27 minus 18 again coming out to be 9. So whatever the way you can go, but go with the simpler side. Now, if you see in this case also, loading is not symmetric, so we have to consider two different segments, and then we are going to add them totally and then get the value. So the bending moment at any section X in AC segment, which having a UDL loading at a distance X from A, treating the beam as simply. Now I'm going to calculate the moment, bending moment in any section X from segment AC, and different moment will be for the other portion because loading is not symmetric, it's a varying. Mx, which is nothing but reaction, we know that is 9 into X, obviously RA into X distance, that is a segment we are considering, minus 4, that is a UDL into X, where it will act at the centroid into X by 2. So that is the value that moment is coming out to be 9x minus 2x square. This is the value. Fine. Area of mu diagram from A to B. Now the mu diagram we are going to calculate 0 to 3, that is the limit we are going to put. This is the moment that we calculated. Area of that mu bending moment diagram, that will be 0 to 3. That is actually area is nothing but integration to the limit means between the points 0 to 3, 9x minus this is the value into dx plus the total remaining area, that segment which have a triangular shape. It's the area of parabola. In that case, you can take the parabola directly, or either you can put into the integration portion. Same time you will get the same values. Either of the kind things you will take. So parabola is there, but it is not complete parabola, half of the portion. In that case, you will get the same value. So the triangle area is nothing but simply half B into H. So half value of that reaction is height is 9 into 3. So that is the area. Now this is the total value of area we are getting of parabola and triangular portion due to the UDL loading over the segment of A to C. Now area of mu dash diagram means the bending moment. Again, it's a trapezium, so nothing but ma means the sides, summation of sides into the length by half. Fine. So ma plus mb equal to L by 2 means L by 2 is 6 by 2 only. So 3 ma plus mb. Now equate those. We know that a dash is equal to minus a means the sum of these moments area should be equal to 0. So 3 ma plus mb equal to minus 30. Ma is equal to minus 30 by 3. So that coming out to be minus 12. Ma plus mb is equal to minus 12. Then we have to take the moments of those area. What I need to do again by simplify them and get the area. Moment of mu diagram, area about A by splitting up the diagram into AC and CV. Now we whatever the area we have, now we need to calculate their moments. So moments is nothing but A into x bar means x bar is the neutral axis, distance, perpendicular distance where it acts. First segment 0 to 3, area was 9x minus 2x square was there, multiplied by x, it will be 9x square minus 2x cube dx plus half into 9 into 3, where it will act this triangle area, half base into height, half base is 3, height is 9, where it will act the centroid from this distance means L by 3. L is 3 by 3, 3 by 3, 1, 1 plus 3, 4. About A point. So 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 1, that is 4A. So this is the total moment about the A point. So this is the value which is coming out after solving all the stuff by doing a mathematical bit calculation here, and you will be at this point. Now for second portion, that is a moment of area of mu dash diagram, that will be equal to MA split into two triangles the same way we did in the previous case. Also draw a dotted line. This is a consider to be this point B or this point O, this point A, OA triangle, this one, and OAB triangle, and this one you can take a C, so you can take this one OAC triangle. This is the two different triangle. We are taking the moment about A point. So area of this triangle will be half, base is 6 meter into height. This is the value we need to calculate. So that height is nothing but the value of height is here is MA or MB, whatever. So MA into base is a 6 by 2 into where it will act, it will be L by 3. L by 3 means 6 by 3 plus MB 6 by again L by 2 into 2 by 3 of 2 by 3 of L. That's it. Now equate them and you ultimately get the MA and MB value. So this is a question that we need to solve. If it asks in your exams, you need to pursue like this. So